Repurposing content is basically the bread and butter for creators these days, taking one long show and sprinkling it across platforms like digital confetti. Lately, AI has been the real secret sauce that makes that possible, finding the good bits, trimming them into snackable clips, and saving you hours of editing. You've probably seen a bunch of players in this space. Riverside, Opus, Taja.ai, and even StreamYard have been trying to carve out their lane. Each one has perks, but also some real limits, which is why I want to show you what I've been using lately, Vizard, and compare it against the others, especially StreamYard's new AI clips update. So here's the deal. StreamYard recently said their AI clips got smarter with better highlights, vertical formatting, captions, and multilanguage support. Sounds great on paper, right? And to be fair, that's useful if you're already inside StreamYard doing everything like streaming, recording, and podcasting. But if you drill down into how the clips actually work, there are still noticeable compromises in the output quality. A lot of the earlier StreamYard clips felt like they were just cropping a talking head into a vertical box and slapping text bars on the top and bottom. That's fine, but it often means wasted space, little dynamic framing, and the repurposing workflow wasn't as flexible as I'd like. You couldn't always convert those older clips into clean vertical formats inside the editor, which is bizarre because vertical is what most platforms want now. What I want to show you is how Vizard approaches the same problem with a creator-first mindset, moving beyond just handing you random snippets. It's built to pick the truly viral moments, polish them into ready-to-post pieces, and then actually help you get them out across socials without hopping between 10 apps. First up, auto-editing viral clips, where the core difference is that Vizard's model is trained to look for engagement signals like punchlines or emotional beats. You drop in your long-form video, and Vizard automatically suggests a set of clips formatted perfectly for vertical or square with smart crop and clean captions. Unlike some tools that just crop whatever's in the center, Vizard intelligently reframes. If someone leans forward or points, the crop actively follows that action. If two people are talking, it makes sure the composition feels intentional, rather than like a lazy crop job that leaves awkward negative space. Compare that to the StreamYard clips I tested. The new model improved selection, but a lot of the output still felt like leftover layouts from a live stream with top and bottom bars blocking the frame. Opus does an amazing job at full bleed vertical edits and has beautiful defaults, but it's not always the best fit for creators wanting one platform to handle everything, including scheduling. Riverside is fantastic for recording pristine audio and video quality, but it isn't built primarily as a repurposing engine where you make and schedule all your clips. Taja.ai is great for quick audio highlights and transcripts, but if your content is visual first, it can feel a bit basic when you need polished, social-ready videos. That's where Vizard pulls ahead because beyond picking clips well, its editor lets you toggle formats quickly between vertical, square, or landscape in seconds. The caption styles are clean and highly customizable, so your clips actually look like they belong on your own brand feed, not just pulled from a generic template. Fonts, colors, and subtitle timing are all editable in seconds, not hours, which dramatically speeds up your final review process. Also, multilingual captions are a huge win, as Vizard supports auto-generated captions in multiple languages right in that same editor for quick correction. The second big feature is the auto-schedule, which is not just a simple scheduler that posts the same clip at random times throughout the week. You tell Vizard your posting frequency, select which social accounts to target, and it spaces out clips intelligently so you don't flood your followers or go totally radio silent. The AI can stagger your highest performing clips for those peak engagement windows, while also avoiding posting too close to other content on your feed. StreamYard and some other tools let you export clips and push to platforms, but they don't offer this level of scheduling finesse baked in. With Vizard, scheduling is simply baked directly into the repurposing pipeline, making the entire process feel unified. The third major feature is the content calendar, which is essential when scaling because managing clips across platforms quickly becomes a massive juggling act. Vizard's calendar gives you one central place to preview, rearrange, and tweak the publishing dates for every single clip you generate. Want to swap a clip out or add a last-minute caption tweak before it goes live? You do it right there, push the changes, and Vizard updates everything automatically across platforms. That level of centralization is what I wish more tools offered, as I found their older repurpose tools felt fragmented when I tested them. You absolutely do not want to be exporting, editing in a second app, uploading, and then scheduling in a third application. That's just unnecessary busy work. Now, I want to point out some nuance here. No tool is truly perfect in every single aspect. Opus still nails creative visual layouts and sometimes produces the most polished single clip I have ever seen. Riverside wins when you need multi-track recording for pristine audio fidelity across multiple speakers. Taja.ai is quick and cost-effective for content that is primarily focused on transcript or audio highlights. But each one comes with a trade-off, either price, workflow complexity, or a very specific focus area. Vizard tries to sit right in that sweet spot: strong auto-selection, polished edits, and built-in distribution, all while keeping the interface simple for busy creators. Let me walk you through a quick example. I uploaded an 18-minute interview and Vizard scanned it, instantly generating candidate clips marked with predicted engagement scores. I didn't have to sift for timestamp. It highlighted the sections where the host landed the punchline or where there was a clear emotional spike. I clicked one suggested clip, toggled the format to vertical with one button, chose a subtitle style that matched my brand, and Vizard rendered it in seconds. Then I scheduled it to post twice next week on TikTok and as a reel, with variations on the caption, all managed directly in the calendar. This entire process was done without juggling exports or resizing assets, completely eliminating that usual headache. Contrast that with my experience trying to fix an older StreamYard clip. I couldn't reframe it into a full bleed vertical without having to recut the entire thing in another editor. The clip looked fine as an archival moment for the library, but it needed another tool to make it platform ready the way audiences expect now. And because people always ask about cost and learning curve, Vizard is built to be approachable, so you don't need to be a pro editor to use it effectively. But it still gives you enough granular control if you are a pro, things like trim points, caption tweaks, and a quick way to add your intro or logo. The scheduling plus calendar features mean you can even hand off repurposing tasks to an assistant and still keep a pulse on what's going live. One more thing I love that tends to get overlooked is the analytics integration, which surfaces which clips are actually getting traction. It then recommends which format to prioritize next, so you don't just trust the AI blindly, you get tangible feedback to make smarter content decisions. Several other platforms show raw views, but they don't tie that performance back into the repurposing algorithm that suggests future clips. If you're using StreamYard as your all-in-one studio and are happy with simple repurposing, their upgraded AI clips are definitely a solid step forward. But if you want a tool purpose-built for turning longform into a steady stream of high-performing short clips, scheduling them intelligently and managing them centrally, Vizard is the one I'd recommend trying first. It combines the best workflow parts of Opus, Riverside, and Taja without forcing you into a dozen separate applications. So yeah, repurposing is key, and AI is only getting better, so you should pick the tool that matches how you actually work day to day. Need absolute control over multi-track recording? Go Riverside. Want crazy polished single clips that look amazing on their own? Opus might be your jam. Need quick transcripts for audio-first content? Taja.ai can definitely be useful for that. Want an all-in-one repurposing, scheduling, and calendar workflow optimized to find viral moments and get them posted with minimal fuss? Give Vizard a shot. If you want to try it out, I'll leave a link in the top comment and the first pinned comment so you can poke around and see how it handles one of your recordings. Play with the auto-editing, mess with the calendar, and test the scheduling. You might be surprised how much time it frees up. That's it from me. Go create and let your long-form content do the heavy lifting for your social channels. Peace out.